is happening, boys? It's the next day of the Boneyard Tree Kicker build. Yesterday we got these guys here nailed on. Got some standoffs made, got them nailed on. Cut our piece for here. We haven't cut the bevels yet. And we're gonna come out here today, build some kind of a rack. I have to measure my box and figure out how far I want to come out. But yeah, we're making progress. I think it's gonna be a cool looking build when it's done. The front axle's coming. I need some more rod. I gotta build my own tie rods, obviously, but that's coming quick. It's probably next week, we'll see. But for now, I'm gonna get the welder set up again. And I got all my tools here from yesterday. All right, let's get after it. Well, we are off and running, boys. I did make an executive decision. I wanted 8 inches past this standout. So over here to 8. And with the whole length, that brought me to 22 inches for a piece. Now, I want a corner here. So I made this a 45. And we're gonna nail that in there like that. So our 45 can go that way and we can piece in there. Okay, so I'm gonna get both sides here nailed on. Then we'll tackle these guys. Okay, sweet. We got these on. They're not welded right out. I just threw a couple stitches on them. But I decided I want to close this in while I'm here, and I got both these, and that come out to 37.5 with 45s on each end, like so. Okay, I'm gonna get that stuck in there, then we can really see this thing starting to take shape. Then the two sides, and I believe I'm gonna fill this in with 1 inch. A few of them coming out. I think that'll look good. See, I want this beefy as hell, because if I get, well, when I get stuck, I want to be able to just wrap a chain around here and go to whatever, you know, a tree if I'm bringing a come along, which I probably will, or another machine. I want to be able to yank on this. You're not going to bend 1.5 inches. 1 inch, you might. So I'm going to get this crossbar in, and let's see what this thing's starting to look like. Well, there she is, boys. That's looking really cool. Nice and square with the original body. Hell yeah. And it covers those tires. There's the tires. So, protected from trees. Now, these side guys here, I did decide to go a little fancy. And what I did was made a multiple cut, both ends, to fit in like that. Now that's just the way I decided to do it. You could just butt it up against there, leave the bottom open, cage it in. There's a million different ways you could do this. This is just the way I decided to. So it does take a bit of measuring, a bit of fancy cutting. Even I got a gap there, but I can fill that no problem. But yeah, that's gonna give a nice look, I think. All right, I gotta make the other side still, but yeah, that's looking extremely cool. So let's get this and the other side tacked in. So we got these guys tacked in. So it goes up and around, across the back. down this guy, and back into the floorboards, just like I said I was gonna. Now, all that's left, oh, I'm down to 1.5 rods, so I'm just tacking everything, and nothing's open up here today on a Sunday, of course. But I got 1.5 rods I can tack all these in. So I'm going back to 1 inch, and I'm gonna go from here, here, here to here, here to here, etc., etc., except the gas cap, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do there. Just roughly, I'm gonna put 1 here to here, 1 here to here, and then across. So I skip the gas cap, and 1 here. So we need 6 of them at what the hell was it? 6 and something? 6 3/4. So I need 6 of them at 6 3/4, but we still got to cut a bevel here because this is on an angle like that. And I will show you how we're going to do that after I get the pieces cut. All right, we are getting down to the nitty gritty here, boys. We're almost done. Now, we've got to cut, I got my pieces cut here. We got to cut this bevel, but there's no room to get in there without screwing up the bevel itself. So what do we do about that? I will show you. There's this neat little thing, you've probably seen one, called a bevel square. Maybe you've seen one, didn't know what the hell it did. I've had this bad boy probably 30 odd years. And this is how these guys work. Let me get my mitts off here. All right, so we need to know this angle in comparison to this angle. So what we're gonna do, let's go like this until they're both flush with their surfaces, and we're going to tighten that little wing nut, and guess what? There's our angle. This guy, if you go like this, guess what, boys? There's your angle. So mark this out, go 90 across the bottom, up the other side. There's your bevel. Bevel square, go get one. They're like a couple dollars at damn near every hardware store, and they're handy for like steel, wood, lots of stuff. So I'm gonna get these all cut out, get them tacked in. We're getting there. Okay, boys, it's party time. We got all our bevels cut. I've got all my centers marked. Nail them in like so. So this is about it. Let's get her tacked in. Well, I am pretty happy with that. That come out real nice. Now I ran out of rods, so I can't weld everything out, but everything's where it needs to be. It's all tacked up. Oh, this guy here, it's just loose. That's not part of it. So it's hiding the tire like originally planned. Got this awesome rack back here now. Down the other side, right out there. Oh, I had a wet rag over the gas cap just to cut down the possibility of kaboom. So I think I'm gonna bolt through the bottom of the old ammo box And that's going to be my toolbox. If I want to, I can carry a gas can here, maybe something here. But she's hardcore protected, boys. I may 45 these corners later. I don't know. Depends. But for now, that is the tree kickers. I'm happy with that. That came out real nice. And I'm probably not even going to paint it. I'm going to oil it like the old rat rods, because, well, it's not exactly shiny. I think I'll wire brush everything, let it sit for a while, oil it. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'm happy with that. Next one up is the front axle. That's going to be pretty elaborate, so stay tuned. More videos coming.